Happy Saturday, everybody. It's your girl Yvonne from Woman on a Mission. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. So listen, I got another message for you guys. This message is titled, Your Gift Will Make Rooms for You. And it's kind of a part two to another video I made about a week ago. I believe the title of that video was, Do Not Touch My Chosen Ones. And I didn't want to make it a part two because even though it's a continuation of that video, this one is speaking more in terms of your gifts. So if you guys go back and watch that video, I was talking about my girlfriend, and I'll put a link to that video down below so that you don't have to go searching for it. But I was talking about what happened with my girlfriend and how she was having problems on her job and everything like that. So what you guys don't know was they fired her from her job. No problem, it is what it is. Like I said before, there are things that happen that we have no control over. And just to give you guys a little backstory, all she did was she had been out of work for a little while. She got a job, and she worked like 13 days straight in a row, 12-hour shifts, no complaints or anything like that. But she was tired. I mean, nobody can work that many days in a row, 12 hours and not need a day off. So she went in, just asked for a day off, and the supervisor, was just a little bit upset and was mad and, going all off. You give some people a little bit of title and a little power, and they just use it in all the wrong ways. But there's a reason why all of this happened, and I'll get to that. So to make a long story short, the supervisor got all in her feelings, blah, blah, whatever, and just fired her right there on the spot. And all she did was ask for a day off, you guys. That's all. And I mean, you guys can understand where I'm coming from, because I know you would feel the same way. No big deal, no problem. She said, okay, fine. She left, right? She went on about her business, and another girlfriend of hers had told her about this job fair that was going on. I think she called her like the night before the job fair. And so she didn't have time to really go online and look to see, what type of jobs were being offered or anything like that. She just knew it was going to be the next day and the time. So she was like, okay, I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to go there. So she went there, and she applied for a job as a hostess, okay? So she was interviewing with a young man, and everything was going great. And, he was asking her a little bit about herself. And, she was talking to him about, some of the things that she likes to do in her personal time. And, she has a lot of gifts. And one of her main gifts is, she loves to cook. And, I mean, she can throw down, okay? So she was telling him about this and everything. So he was like, okay, no problem, cool. He finished up the interview. He told her, he said, listen, I have 2 more people to interview, then I'll make my decision. I'll let you know. She's like, okay, cool. So she went to meet one of her friends that was nearby for lunch and everything. She went over, she had lunch. She told her, this is the same girlfriend who told her about the job fair. She was talking to her, saying how, she felt the interview went and how she felt it was good and everything. So just so happens that the person she interviewed with called her back up and said, hey, are you still in the area? And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm not too far away. He was like, can you come back? And she was like, okay, sure. So what he did was he went in, because he was like, he told her she was really overqualified for the hostess position. So he went in and he talked to the head chef. And he told the head chef about this young lady he had interviewed for the hostess position and how he felt she was way overqualified for that. And after talking to her, finding out that she likes to cook and, her passion with cooking and everything. And he's like, hey, we need another, another chef here to help out. So he told the head chef about it. The head chef was like, well, yeah, call her back up and see if she can come back over and I can interview her. So to make a long story short, that's why she got the call back. She went back, she interviewed. They hired her on the spot. On the spot, okay? She was just in awe. She just couldn't believe it, you guys. But like I say all the time, this is where the title comes from for this video. Your gifts will make room for you. And let me read you the scripture that backs that up. I'm sorry, I should have did that from the beginning. But it comes from Proverbs 18 and 16. And I'm going to read it from the New King James version of the Bible. And it says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Okay? So the whole thing with the job where she was hired, that she worked for like almost 2 weeks straight, 12-hour shifts with no break, no day off. that was just a stepping stone, okay? Because her passion is cooking. She really is a chef, and she loves to cook. So when she was telling me about this the other night, the first thing that came into my mind as she was talking to me and telling me about it, you guys know that meme that's going around, and you see it's Jesus, and it's a picture of him and the little girl, and he's kneeling down to her, and she has this little itty bitty teeny weeny teddy bear, and Jesus has this humongous teddy bear behind his back, and she doesn't know that he has this teddy bear, this bigger, better, greater, more grandeur teddy bear for her, and he's holding out his hand to her, trying to get her to just give him that teddy bear. You know, like, trust me, I got something better for you. And we've all heard it, you know, where one door closes, another door opens, where God won't take you from one thing without having something else for you. And so that was the first thing that went into my mind, that was crossing my mind when she told me about that. And it was like, God takes us through these things, these challenges, and what we're supposed to do is just trust him through the process. And she did. I'm telling you guys, when she first told me about the job, she was all excited, you know, and any of us would be. I remember I've been unemployed before, and yes, you get the call to go back to work, you know, after you've been out of work for a little while, you're excited. But what she didn't know, okay, in hindsight, right, is that was just a temporary thing. It was not meant for her to be at that job for long. That was just a temporary thing. Excuse me, you guys. While Jesus worked out this other job over here where she could finally work in her gift, where she could finally be a chef, where she can go and have the opportunity to be like the scripture says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Where now she's going to be where she can be brought, great people can see her. And I don't want to tell you too much about where she's going to be working, but let me tell you something. It's awesome. She has the opportunity to meet awesome people working at this new place where she's going to be working as a chef. Okay, so going back to the whole message of the story is, and the moral of the story is, a lot of the times we don't know what's going on. Well, we just don't. Not a lot of the time, all the time, we don't know where God is taking us and where he's leading us. And we just have to be patient, and we just have to trust him. But at the time, she didn't know that that job was just a temporary job until this door over here opened up, taking her down the path. Remember, I told you guys, we have a journey. We have a destiny. God has a calling on all of our lives, okay? And we're going to have to go through some challenges and some stumbling blocks until we get on that right alignment, on that right in that course to where it's going to lead us to be able to use the gift that God gave us to bring us before great men, so that he will be glorified. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Him, glorifying him, using your gifts to glorify him. And he will bring you the connections along the way to help you to get there, okay? To help you get to where you're supposed to be, so that you can complete your mission. And I was just so excited for her, because back here in the summertime at her nephew's birthday party back in July, you know, we were there and we were talking, and I was telling her how, you know, I just see God doing great things for her. And she was telling me more about her passion, like with really cooking, and how, you know, she really wants to get a job where she could just be a chef and she could just use those gifts. She loves to cook for people. She loves to see people enjoy their food, and she's always coming up with new cuisine ideas, and that's just her passion. And that's just the moral of the story here again, people, is your passion. You know, your gifts will make room for you, and whatever it is that you love to do and you enjoy doing, that's your gift. And you can have multiple gifts. For those of you who don't know what your gifts really are, it's what you're passionate about. Just like with me, okay? I'm passionate about talking to people, encouraging people, motivating people, uplifting people, taking these stories, taking my journey, my testimony, and sharing it with you guys, because at the end of the day, I know that is doing kingdom work. Okay, that is my gift. That is the gift that God gave me ever since I was a little child. I remember, growing up, how my friends and other people would always come to me when they were down or they were going through, and I could always lift them up and encourage me. And there were times when it just became a burden because I got tired of it. It drained me. Because I'm an empath, and it used to drain me. But at the same time, it brought passion. It was my passion because I knew that it made them feel good. It made them feel better. It gave them what they needed to. They could go on with their lives and be encouraged and get that good advice. So now I embrace it more because because I'm older now and I understand it, and I understand. Sorry, you guys, my battery's about to die. So let me hurry up and finish this. I understand that that's my gift. So that's what the moral of the story is. Now here it is. She went back to work. She was only there for just under 2 weeks. She was fired, didn't know, what was all going on behind the scenes, but it was because God had opened up the door over here now for her to walk into her gift, to use her gift to do what she's supposed to be doing. So that's the whole moral of the story, you guys, is how your gifts will make room for you and bring you before great men. So as you go along this journey, don't be discouraged when little things like that happen to you. There's a reason. Just always know there's a reason for it, and it's a higher purpose, and it's all to help you to get in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing with your gift. So I thank you so very much for taking the time to listen to this testimonial right here. I also just want to let you guys know I appreciate you so much. Also, too, for those of you who live in the DMV, District of Maryland and Virginia, I do what's called shout outs, where I like to go around and shout out small businesses. So if you own a small business, hit your girl up, let me know. I'll hook up with you and do a shout out. If you go back through my YouTube channel, you'll see some of the videos where I've done shout outs on small businesses, and I will share that on my platform on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. Also, too, for those of you that don't know, I'm in a paid partnership with Goli Vitamins. So if you like the Goli Vitamins, go to my website. There's a link on my website where you can get 10% off your order. I really do appreciate it, and I thank you all, and God bless you all. I hope this video, this helps you, and it gets to the right people, and it gives you that encouragement and that motivation to keep going no matter what you come across or what you come up against. Just keep trusting God. You can always come back here. If you want to talk to me, I don't mind whatsoever. Hit me up. Send me an email. If you feel like you don't have anybody else you can talk to, I'm always here. I'm here. I'm more than happy to talk to you and help you to get through what you're going through. I'm not a professional or anything like that, but believe me, I've been through a lot of stuff, and I understand. Trust me, I do. So you can always hit your girl up and reach out to me. And as always, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with anyone who you think it might help, and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload new content. And remember, you guys, we succeed by helping each other grow. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless you. Namaste.